Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Bahamut Lagoon! It is time, viewers. It is time to break the game wide open with the culmination of my development of Twinhead. Let's take a look at our inventory here, if I got anything else I want to sell. Yeah, let's get rid of the rapier there, it's not worth feeding to anyone. But I do want to put our fire rod and Gaia robe to use that I won in the previous battle by giving them to more party members with Yo-Yo. She's a summoner just like Sendak, so now we got 2 bingo users that'll really help speed up certain fights. So yeah, give her the same equipment that he's got. And now let's buy some mushrooms for Twinhead. Let's see, I want to buy 33 poison mushrooms to max out their thunder elemental power stat. And then I need to buy 89 gross mushrooms to max out their poison elemental power stat. And to max out strength, I need to buy 11 Porno Mags. The number of Porno Mags will vary, that you need to buy will vary based on like what item drops you've gotten, what you've been able to feed to Twinhead and all that. Let's also buy some Prodigy notebooks to help recover a little wisdom after reading too many Porno Mags. So to figure out how many Porno Mags you need, just start with the maximum strength of 250 minus their current strength divided by 14 per Porno Mag, and then round up to figure out the number of Porno Mags that you need to buy. Unfortunately, I actually need 12 instead of 11 Porno Mags because I'm just barely over the threshold of the amount of strength I need for 11. So I'm going to feed a strength-based weapon to Twinhead to take care of that so I don't need to buy as many. Let's see, we've got a couple rods and silk robe available there. So let's feed those to Molten to help out their recovery stat. I don't want to buy rotten mushrooms to max out recovery for Molten because I still want to take advantage of their innate elemental level up bonus there. So let's just leave Molten where they are for now. Okay, so let's start with 3 earth grass to help out the basic elements for Twinhead. And to max out poison, let's give them the poison, or max out thunder. We need to give them the poison mushrooms. Although, hold on, let me show you something. Let me give you 7 poison mushrooms. Now, poison mushrooms increase your HP, thunder, dexterity, loyalty, and fidelity stats. And if you max out a dragon's loyalty stat, they transform into an Uni dragon, regardless of whatever their other stats are. Unfortunately, as a result, you lose access to all elemental techs there in exchange for an Uni tech. And they gain 1 level per 10 fidelity. The Uni techs do. And if you also max out fidelity, then you'll transform into a black dragon, which is essentially a level 10 Uni dragon. The problem is that not only are Uni techs non-elemental for determining elemental drops from enemies, but they also have a chance of failure as well, like the Mini Devil's dance abilities. As such, they are pretty terrible, and we want to avoid them at all costs. Sorry, Nazgard. But let's see, to get the transformation that I do want, let's give you a Burning Axe. I need to max out fire, water, thunder, and poison elemental power. So let's give you the 4 ice grass that we have left over to finish that off. And then we got that Uni Uji that we picked up just a moment ago. So yeah, let's give that to you to boost poison a little bit. Not to be confused with the Uni dragon there. And sit through an overly long spell animation there. Thank you. And then let's max out poison with the gross mushrooms. And then to get the transformation I want, max out either strength or vitality. And in this case, strength is immensely cheaper to do so. So let's just give you the Porno Mags to max it out at 250. And then, let's see, let's give you 4 drawer things to max out Mind at 250. That's not important to the transformation. It's totally irrelevant. But I figured we're close enough, we might as well just finish that off. Same thing, well, not max it out, but I want to give you 5 of these to recover some wisdom there. I don't want to go over 40, because if I do, then Twinhead will be able to assist me in direct combat, and as you can see from their stats, well, as you can probably imagine, they will probably one-shot almost anything, and I don't want them to do that. So for now, let's just leave their wisdom where it is. I just don't want them to be a total dumbass with 0 wisdom. And then, to undo the transformation here, feed them a heal potion that'll reduce their loyalty and fidelity stats to unlock the Dark Dragon, Beelzebub. You're probably not supposed to have access to this until like 3/4 through the game or something like that. So now we have access to Dark Elemental Techs for farming some obscenely powerful equipment without the aid of Dark Grass or other consumable items like the Uni-Uji. Now, a caveat to that is do not max out your recovery stat too, because that'll cause the holy element to take priority over dark, or well, instead of dark, it's one or the other for now. If your intimacy stat is 50 or greater, which it is. So holy would take priority in that instance. It is possible to gain access to both holy and dark elemental techs from a single dragon, but not until much later in the game. I mean, there's a lot more to how dragon transformations work, but, well, that's the simple explanation to unlock dark elemental techs. I'll go over the rest in more detail later when I'm able to. Okay, so for Salmando now, I want to max out their Thunder Elemental Power stat. So let's buy 89 of those, and I want to max out their Recovery stat, and I need 90 of those. Not so much that I'm interested in Thunder or Recovery elemental stats for Salmando, but because those 2 mushrooms also happen to boost dexterity as well. So I'll be able to max that out to get a level 10 Sprinter passive ability from the light armor, so that squad will have up to 15 tiles of movement per round. So that'll really help us out a lot there. So I don't want to, well, I can't max out any other stats for Salmando at this point. I just don't have the money or the items. So unfortunately, feeding mushrooms will transform you into a black dragon for a little while there, but that's okay. Also, the gross mushrooms that increase poison, they also increase your mind stat as well, though that's, again, not a huge concern for what I want to do. Okay, and then, yeah, let's give you a heal potion to undo the black dragon transformation. And let's feed whatever other stuff we got to the other dragons there. Okay, let's see. For Thunderhawk, let's see, we got... Okay, I want to get you 2 more mind there. And I could feed all of the Earth Grass to get Thunder up to 60, but I don't want to do that. So let's just give 1 Earth Grass to get the job done. There you go, and then 2 of the drawer things to get your mind stat up to 100 there. It's not critically important that you do this or have this, it's just where I happen to be at this point. And let's do the same with Molten there. Now, at this point, pretty much all of the remaining Earthgrass that I'm going to win, I want to feed to Molten because I have not developed those stats at all. And I don't want any other dragon to max out their innate elemental stat of fire, water, or thunder, so Molten would be the way to go at this point. And then 1 drawer thing to get you over 100 mind as well. Now, I still do have quite a bit of money left over. I could max out Thunder for other dragons like Molten or Thunderhawk, who are going to be the dragons for my 2 summoners. And remember, the new Valatora summon that we've got, even though it's non-elemental, the level is based on the dragon's elemental power, or thunder elemental power stat. But the problem is that if you increase the thunder elemental power too much, then the summons will be so powerful, they'll kill almost anything, and I don't want to do that. I want them to just soften up like large groups of enemies so that I can finish them off with other elements as well. So I actually intentionally want to keep their thunder elemental power stats a bit low at this point. Now, at this point, if you don't have enough fire or water elemental power for Twinhead to get them up to max, I would buy the ice armor. That would be the most cost-efficient item for that. So you get 12 water elemental power per ice armor. Oh, well, you had them in the previous chapter. Or, well, that was the other guy, the battlefield salesman. But let's see. So we got, yeah, I would, if you need to max out fire elemental power still, buy some burning axes. Those give you 5 fire elemental power per burning axe. So that's the most cost-efficient way of handling that one. Oh, you're over there now. Were you... Oh, okay. No, never mind. I don't know that you have gotten new items, have you? No! So nothing I really care about, though let's sell a few heal potions. I don't want to have more than 50 heal potions or drugs because I don't want to hit the inventory cap of 99 in the middle of a battle, and the next one is going to be fairly long. So yeah, having access to dark elemental techs really help us out a lot. Another thing about dark elemental techs is that not only do they cost quite a bit of SP to do, they deal a lot of damage. They're dark elemental, but they... Oh yeah, let's go! But yeah, the dark and holy elemental techs have an experience multiplier of 3 instead of 2. Unfortunately, though, those techs cost so much, I can't use them all the time right now. But it's still very much worth it to do that. Okay, so I want to change around my formation a little bit here, or a lot, actually, now that we've gotten Yo-Yo in the group. So let's see, Molten, Thunderhawk, Ice Drake, and Twinhead. And then, let's see, so now that I've gotten Salmando's Thunder Elemental Power stat to the max, I want to bring Matelite over into Salmando's squad there to help you guys out. And I'll just leave the one priest around for now. And then, let's see, what else do we got? Okay, so I need... Where are you? Okay, Sendak. And I'm going to bring Diana over to Sendak's squad there. And bring Yo-Yo over and leave one of the random mini-devils on the sidelines there. They will not be able to participate in battle at all that way. Okay, and then we got Taicho's squad. Let's move you up to Ice Drake there, so you can still do that. And then, let's see, I need... Which squad is it? Yeah, I need Bikabak's squad over there. Actually, hold on. Let's move Yo-Yo's squad, yeah, down to Party 3 there with the Wizards, so that way her squad has access to, you know, bingo, a little bit of healing there with White Drug, and some black magic, mostly for utility or softening up enemies, or I could use summons as well there. So now, yeah, we have access to summon there. You see it's level 5, that's because Thunderhawk's Thunder Elemental Power stat is between 50 and 59 there, whereas for Sendak, once I move him over there, his Valatora summon is only going to be level 1 there, but they're still really good for softening up a ton of enemies. They're basically like black magic spells, but they have a wider AoE than they do. So basically kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics, except they never have any like special abilities or anything like that. It's just pure damage, at least non-elemental for Valatora. Though there are some holy dragons or summons that are elemental there. And okay, let me just double check my setup there. I think we're all set and ready to go. Oh yeah, also, at this point, let me show you something here. We now have access to side quests. But don't be fooled by the name there, viewers. They are not side quests. They have no plot relevance at all. It's just, they're basically grind maps. So let's take a look at the first one we got there real quick. So this one is basically similar to the Grand Bellows Fortress battle that we had, what was that, chapter 4, I think it was. So you got a whole bunch of enemies here, you even got a free presenter, so you could fight all these guys to you get more money or experience if you're too under-leveled for the main storyline content, which should never really happen anyway. So you could use this to catch up as well. I am not going to be taking advantage of that. There's really no point to it for my needs. And we also have the easy dungeon here as well. So this one has monsters to fight instead of the humanoid units before, and we also have some other terrain around here, these walls and lava here as well that you can interact with, but we're not going to be seeing that in the main storyline for quite some time. So that's another thing that you could do. Oh yeah, we also got some poison swamp there as well, so you could just easily move around it. Another thing about side quests, though, is that there are going to be a lot of chapters where we don't have access to the mushroom and bookshops and a third type of shop that we haven't encountered yet. And if you finish a side quest, you'll be able to regain access to those shops when you otherwise would not be able to do so during the main storyline. In fact, after chapter 7, I mean, we still have access to the shops in chapter 7, but after that, we're not going to have access to the bookshops in the main storyline until, like, chapter 15 or something. So, yeah, they remove access from that. Though my budget is planned out based on that, so it will not be a problem. I am not going to be using the grind maps because, as far as I'm concerned, they are a waste of time there. So, alright, so now let's, we're still going around Campbell, trying to liberate them from the Empire, so let's see, we've got a few squads there, and a few squads up there, and, that's it? Okay, I guess we killed a lot of their soldiers up to now. Well, that'll be a short battle then. Also, in the central armory area here, they have explosives, or gunpowder here, and if you use a fire or thunder elemental tech that happens to hit them either directly or with an AoE, it'll boost the level of the fire and thunder elemental tech by 10 levels there. So you want to watch out for that. Stay away from those and the summoner. And let's see. So yeah, don't stand right next to those things without disarming them yourselves with your own fire or thunder elemental techs. Okay, so let's see. What do we got to start up here? Let's go up the middle here. Let's just leave our dragons on wait for now. I want to buff a Byuu squad there to clear out a couple of the squads early on there. There you go. And then, yeah, I'm going to send Taicho's squad up the middle there as well. So make sure we got all our dragons on wait. Actually, hold on. If I go over here, I can freeze a little bit of the river for no reason. I just want to get a little experience. Okay, and then let's see, to the right there, in this structure, we got another presenter. So I want to get some more dark elemental equipment out of that. So to get over there a little faster, let's see, let's set Thunderhawk to come attack the soldiers that are up top there. And then to get over to that structure, let's use ice magic to create a little bridge across there. Awesome. And then, yeah, just soften up the soldiers there just a little bit. That should be all I need. And I'm going to have to be careful to conserve my SP a little bit there. Well, we dealt a little more damage than I thought I would. I might be able to defeat them a little differently, or more optimally than I otherwise would be able to. Oh yeah, there's something else that I recently discovered how to do. There's a movement range bug that you can use in the game. I knew it was there because I saw like a speedrun of it, but it was Japanese, so I didn't know how they did it. But I figured out how you can do it. I'm not going to take advantage of it, but you could do this. So to get a little more range, just move over to a tile, doesn't matter what it is. Now while you're in the menu, press X to go into the menu here, then press B 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then move back to that tile there. Press the A button to get here, press B again, and you can move again with your party there. So you can move twice whatever your normal movement range is in a single round. And then if you do that again, go into the menu, press B 1, 2, 3 times, then go over here, press A, then B, and you can move a third time, even farther than you could before, but I think that's as far as you can go. For some reason you can't do it more than that. But still, I mean, that's obscenely abusive there and a glitch, so I'm not going to be taking advantage of that, but that's something you could do to move around a little faster. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so yeah, for quite some time, we are going to be leaving Beelzebub on the sidelines there because they are just way, way too powerful. But I needed to get access to dark elemental techs to get the equipment that I want. And that's also why I left their wisdom relatively low, so that way they wouldn't be able to assist us, because they would probably one-shot everything with any given element that they have access to. Okay, so now, let's see, with that, let's save there, and then I'm going to do things a little differently than I would usually do with this battle. Oh, how's Salmando doing? Yeah, let's leave you on wait there. So normally, what I would do is I would have Byuu use Earth Hit, but since I dealt a little bit more damage than I thought I would, I'm going to have Lukia use her Earth Tower tech to damage these guys instead. So let's have Byuu defend Zora there, then Matelite with his burning axe attack the Warbuster so we can get a fire elemental drop. I don't particularly care what it is, as long as it's like a piece of equipment. That'll be good. Then Earth Tower and Starfall should be able to kill both of the Highlanders there. Yeah, they're Highlanders. Just making sure there. And as long as we don't get an assist, we should be able to kill all these guys. I'm just not sure if I'll be able to deal quite enough damage with Lukia to guarantee killing the Highlanders. But, alright, we got him! And, flame grass. Yeah, that's pretty terrible. At this point now, I want to continue with winning more fire and water elemental equipment, so that way I can feed it to dragons. Most notably, I want to max out fire and water elemental power for Salmando. So I'm going to need to get quite a lot of ice elemental equipment here. It's just, unfortunately, I need to use fire with the burning axe if I want to beat these guys, or this squad, in one round there. So if I don't get some piece of equipment, I'll just skip to when I do. Part of the reason why I have Matelite in Byuu squad, or another reason why, is because, I mean, even though this is more of a multi-targeting squad, there's a lot of situations where you're going to run into, like, a boss and a couple other smaller enemies with them, and having Matelite along helps with dealing with whoever the big boss is in that battle after softening them up with the multi-targeting attacks and such. Alright, there we go. We got a Flame Vest. Not really great on Fire Elemental Power, but I'll take what I can get. It took me 3 tries to get that one. It's a little longer than usual, but oh well. We'll be fine. So, you guys are just gonna sit on your ass and do nothing there? Huh. Well, that'll make this an easy battle there. Let's see, we got the Grand Launchers again. They have a range of 7, just like before, so you want to be careful with that. And, okay, so, let's see, we got you set up there. And then I'm just thinking if I want to buff up Byuu a bit more. Let's see, I can't soften them up, really. Not with Sendak squad there. But I think we'll be fine. As long as I got a buff on Byuu there, we're good. If, like, Thunderhawk didn't deal sufficient damage to the Highlanders there, I would buff up Byuu squad again. In fact, that still might not be a bad idea. Yeah, that's actually still a good idea. Let's do that. Just so that I can deal a little more Earth Elemental damage with the other squads there. So what I'm going to do, eventually, is with Taito Squad and Sendak Squad, I'm going to be sending them over to the left, actually. But I wanted to go up here with them so that I could have the option of being able to buff Byuu up a little more or not. And then, yeah, we'll create a little ice bridge over here to get to the other side, even though I could have walked around, but then I couldn't buff up Byuu squad a little more. Okay, and then let's see, with Byuu, let's actually save here. And then we've got, what are we dealing with here? We've got Flame Magi, so they'll be weak to ice. Alright, so let's go with Earth Hit to soften up all the enemies. I have nothing for Matelite to do here, so let's just defend our priest. Let's go with Ice Tower to finish off the Flame Magi, and hopefully I'll be able to get at least 10 Water Elemental Power from whatever drops I get between the two of them. Doesn't particularly matter what I need, or what I get to drop from them. There you go. Wow, that was almost enough to finish them off there. But alone, without help. And yeah, not quite enough damage to deal with, or to finish off the Highlanders, but they'll have to attack me in direct combat on their turn since the Magi are gone. But alright, really good stuff out of there. I don't even need those items, I just want to feed them, that's all. I don't need them for my party members. Okay, so now, let's keep Thunderhawk behind there, and be careful when opening up this structure there, because if you use it right there, then that'll destroy the bridge as well, and you won't be able to reach the structure until the next turn. So if you target Thundergale right there, you'll be able to destroy the structure without destroying the bridge, and the trees will be fine. And the flowers are still standing. But why are there so few enemies guarding the armory here at Campbell? Find out next time on Let's Play Bahamut Lagoon! This is HG Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!